Hey guys, I'm sure you can probably hear my fan over there because the mic is now right next to it now that I switched things up a bit. Also, new note, I got a webcam. Hi. It is hot as hell in here, and I'm gonna have to shut that fan off when I start the actual recording. I'm just pre-recording this, but at the beginning of the video, because I kind of want to show off my setup to you guys and how much of a mess it is. Yeah. Anyway, come here. Be a bitch to set back up there later, but hi, this is me. You've seen my face before if you've been with the channel long enough. But yeah, this is my new setup. First thing I'm going to point out is that I got cords everywhere. This is all in front of me. I used to have this table slid all the way over here. But since adding the screen, I didn't have quite enough room for the table, the chair, and the screen back there. For any of you who've watched any of my live streams before, you know that's my bed back there. And I was like, for live streaming, that's okay. But for doing actual videos, I'm trying to be professional-ish at. Wouldn't it be that good an idea to show it off all the time? So I got this nice little screen back there. Also, as you can see, I made a little spot for the webcam, and I got a little bit of stuff going on from Max and Monica there. I'm not sure if that's the... camera. There we go. Gotta remember this is in reverse of how I'm looking at it. That right there is... I don't know if that's the picture I'll be sticking with. You'll see it easier on screen anyway. But yeah, that's what my current setup is. I got my PlayStation there, mic right next to it, and the fan right there. I'm trying to cool off the room a little bit before I get to the actual recording so I can have it shut off, because I'm sure you can hear it in the mic right now, which is going to annoy a lot of you, I'm sure. I'll listen back to this if it's not that bad. I'll leave it on low, because right now it's just on low and it's not helping a whole lot. So yeah, but this is episode 14, 15. I don't remember. I have to go back and look through what I recorded already. The very first episode I recorded was episode 11, way back when I did the last batch of everything, about a month or two ago. And then about 5 days ago I did 2 more episodes, and 3 days ago I did another episode, I think. So this will be the last episode for this batch before I send them off to the editor. Say hi, Thorn, by the way. Also, I'm pretty sure this was shown live while I'm recording. So I'm going to adjust something real quick. Put you guys back up where you go. Oh, not quite right. There you go. You can kind of see my computer off to the side here. I was thinking about turning my computer so you couldn't see it, but I also kind of like the lighting effect that comes with the tower, so let me know what you guys think. But anyway, as for what I wanted to try here, is moving this up a hair like this and leaving a spot down at the bottom where Thorn can post their comments. You guys will have to let me know on that as well. Yeah. I'm going to let the room cool because I haven't did the grinding I wanted to do yet for Gerald and Melaine. So I'm going to do that while this is all up. But yeah, if you guys don't mind it looking at it in this ratio, then let me know, because I would like to leave a spot for Thorn's comments, because with the coloring scheme we use, it doesn't splash quite as well at the game as we thought it would. So yeah. Also, for those of you wondering, this is how it would normally look if I didn't crop everything out. So if it looks a little stretched with the aspect ratio, that's why. I had to zoom it in specifically for Darklight 2, with it being a PS2 game, because there are the borders for playing on an old TV. So, but yeah. Not sure what that one is. I have that one labeled as PlayStation 2, but it doesn't really have anything to do with it. So yeah, That's probably going to be the picture that I use there for at least an episode or two. If you guys want something else there, like a question of the day or something like that, we can always do that. But yeah, that's my setup for now. I'm going to get started with the grinding, and I will see you guys back here when the next episode actually starts. I can't quite tell if I'm looking at the camera now because I can't watch both at the same time, but we'll see. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so this right here is going to be fairly long. This is just going to be something that I'm going to look through personally when you send the videos back and add it to it if I need to. This is just going to be the grinding session, so this will be in your files, but you ain't got to worry about any of this unless you want to sift through them for me. I'm not going to make you because it's going to be 3-ish hours long, so we shall see. Also, I can't lean my chair back anymore, which is unfortunate. Guess I'm getting comfortable with the way I am. Alright. So for Monica, you have to do a Gladius, and for Max, we gotta get the bell trigger. Okay. Yeah, a lot opens up in the game at this point, so there's gonna be a few longer episode files for you. Let's see, I think there's 2 killer snakes, 3 boomers. There's gonna be 18 normal monsters. Yeah, why not? Sure, we have the gun done. We just gotta build it up to a bell trigger. And then Melane's just says develop our swords. Pretty sure she said 2 tiers. I did one when I went to the cliff sword, and I'm going to do another one again when we're in the actual video part. So yeah, that's going to be the end of the grinding clips, and now I'm going to start the episode. Hello everyone, welcome back to Zorn Plays Dark Cloud 2. last time we went through and collected a bunch of people for the train. Between episodes, I did do some grinding so we can get Melaine and Jared to join us. Melaine, switch over to Monica here, wanted us to upgrade our Gladius 2 levels. I went ahead and used the Gladius we already had on us that I found earlier because it was already partially leveled up, save some time. Then I got it up to exactly to a second level up. This is the one you probably should build it up to. It follows the tree already, but I didn't have a whole lot of beast crystals. As you can see, I still don't have a whole lot. I think I started with 2 when I started grinding, and now I'm at 6, so I only found 4 the entire grinding session. So I decided to go ahead and go with the other path, which used up a few more crystals, but I had more of them to use. So let's go ahead and go to rank 2 for our Sandbreaker. This is probably the worst sword in the game. It's one of the few swords that build up to the one of the legendary swords, the early legendary sword. Yeah, but it has the ability. That little shield symbol up there is the fragile symbol. What fragile means is you use double durability with every hit. So even with 21 durability on this thing, every hit's going to cost us at least 2, sometimes 3, depending on what we're hitting, points for the weapon. This is a pretty hard weapon to build up, and I'm not sure I'm going to use it, but this is one Melaine needed, so that's what we're going to go ahead and do. Go ahead and put that back on. And then our father gave us a trumpet gun that he wanted us to make into a bell trigger. Let's go ahead and do that now. And there's the bell trigger. So yeah, let's go ahead and go back to town and get them, shall we? Also, I'd like to point out, while I'm thinking of this, I'll either be looking at the game, which isn't going to keep me eye level with the camera, or I'm going to be looking over here, because sometimes I play through OBS. So, yeah, sometimes you'll see me going like this and running around, because I occasionally play through OBS while I'm checking audio and stuff. So, if you see me just looking over there, that's why. So let's go ahead and go back to Palm Springs. Alright, back in Palm Springs we are, starting us pretty close to Melaine's weapon shop. We're going to go ahead and switch to Monica. I don't remember if you have to have it equipped or not. I think you just have to have it in your inventory. If it's equipped, then we'll find out here shortly. Wow, that's a pretty impressive sword. No, it is not. It's a sword made of sand. Sorry, I had to test you. It's just that I fight with an amateur. It's dangerous for me, too. But I guess I wouldn't need to worry about that with you. Right, let's go fight together. Melaine joined the party. From now on, Melaine's sister will watch the weapons store in Palm Springs. If you're wondering who her sister is... it's this little girl that's been running around town. She does use an unique sprite, so she's not a copy and paste like a lot of the other people in town are once you take all the name people out. But she never does give you a name. Even after Melaine leaves, though, all the stuff in the shop is the same. And now I will meet you up at the mansion to go check out our father. That didn't sound right. Make our father check out. There we go. Oh, looks like you've gotten pretty good with weapons, too. I don't even need to see you shoot. I can tell by the way you hold it. Alright, I'll help you out. I'm not doing it for you. This town's in danger. I just can't sit here and do nothing. Gerald joined your party. Funny part is about him saying that. If you never level up your gun, he will sit there until he is required later in the story. And by required, I mean you'll have to do this exact thing to get him to join your party for a specific point later in the game. So, if you don't do it, he will sit there and do nothing. Our mother didn't teach him well enough. Alright, let's go ahead and move back to Sindane Station, because that's all we can do here for now. It's so hot in here without that fan going. Cooled off for a minute while I was doing the grinding, but now that I shut it off, it just heated right back up. Even got my window open with a nice cool breeze blowing in, and it's still hotter than heck in here. Alright, let's see. I believe they're both in the second car. One might be in the second, one might be in the first. But I want to believe they're both down here. Well, Gerald is, at least. So our father gives you bonus points when upgrading guns and will sell you guns. Currently, he is selling just the trumpet gun. He will have more available as the story goes on. And the extra points when upgrading your gun might sound familiar. It's the exact same thing as Cedric's ability for your wrench. This is why I've been waiting to do gun work and sword work and all that sort of stuff until I got these guys in the party. Because now I get bonus attribute points for leveling up. And now we're going to level them up fairly fast moving forward. However, we still do not have access to anyone from Monica's bracelet. So that's still going to have to wait a while. Let's go ahead and add him to the party. Our father doesn't have any abilities. Unlike Cedric, who can repair your stuff while we're out. He just gives you bonus attributes to your gun while using it. If they ever remade this game today, I hope they have at least the side characters I can actually fight, like Cedric, Gerald, Mullane. Yep, they both are in the second car. Have both of them, or have them fight with you out on the field. That'd be cool. Gives you bonus points when upgrading swords. Will sell you tools and swords. Currently, she sells exactly what she has back in her shop in Palm Springs. Again, as the game goes on, this list will change slightly. Add her to the party. She also has no skill points, but when using Monica's sword, we get bonus attribute points. So, with the exception of, let's get to our notebook here. Parn, Donnie, Claire, and some few more we haven't met yet. That is everyone that can move to out of Palm Springs at this moment. Like I said, Curiosity and Portrait of a Bride are available later in this chapter. Donnie's is completely dependent on luck. And then let's see, there's 1, 2, 3 characters we haven't met yet. So, right from chapter 2, there's only 3 characters you cannot get to move with you. Otherwise, the entire roster is open to you. But we're going to go ahead and bring Mullane along, actually. Because for the next floor, unless there's a seal that I don't remember, we're going to be using Monica, because Max has been getting a lot of the limelight lately. Mostly avoiding using Monica until I got Mullane, but Max has had a lot of the limelight lately. Oh yeah, what's our wrench at now? 60? Do I want to get it up the last 2? Probably should. We'll see how much it takes to actually level it up. Because when I did the last grinding session, I finished off one of the weapons we did at the beginning of the floor. And Max's wrench still got a whole level just from doing one floor, so I might take it to 10. We'll have more grinding sessions coming up, so. Grotesque Spider Lady. Time to defeat all monsters, 4 minutes 26 seconds. Fishing goal, 15 centimeters or more. Still have our mystery goal, and clear all monsters without healing. We also have a geostone here to pick up. Also, I need better lighting. Just having that light on isn't doing a whole lot. Wasn't as bad when the sun was still up, but now it's going down. It's not quite as good as I wanted. But like I said in the last episode, I'm going to start jumping around unless something happens or we meet a new monster or something like that. So you guys know the drill. And unless we run into a new monster, I shall see you then. Armband repair powder. Map. Oh, no enemy right off the bat. The Hunter Fox has 2 attacks. One, he shoots you, and then if you're close enough, his other attack is whacking you with his gun. He's actually weak to Monica's sword. This is a level 1 sword, so you probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference. After we get this one leveled up a little bit, I'm going to show you a trick to level up weaker weapons like the Sandbreaker a lot easier. It's a little time consuming, but if you don't want to constantly be using repair powder on a crappy weapon. We got our Geostone there. And our second enemy for the floor, Spider Lady. 2 attacks. Curse. And jumping up and whacking you with the pole. We'll actually be seeing this one in particular a little later on in the dungeon. Because we have one more fairly important thing to unlock this chapter that'll have a whole video to it. Oh, we have 3 new enemies this floor. Okay. One of the big enemies of the floor, the Terragriff, has 2 attacks. One is that jump attack right there. The second one is where he jumps and launches feathers at you from a range. His feather one can never hit you if you're standing directly in front of him. He does occasionally jump back, though, and he will hit you with that. I also have the Spider Lady over there taking pot shots at us, or we wouldn't have got hit this whole time. Or not the whole time, but for that part, anyway. Terragriffs are worth a lot of experience, as you just seen. We almost got half a level and a level 1 sword right there. Doesn't seem to be lagging quite as bad as it was last time I recorded. Which is kind of nice, because I forgot to adjust the settings. Angel. Alright, I'm at full health, no status ailments. So you're either going to heal me, or give me ABS when I want you to repair my sword. Yep, fully healed me and cured my status ailments. Hello there, King Mimic. How are you today? Yep, I ain't gonna be able to get you this sword. How about the level 5? It's gonna be slow, but I can technically kill you like that. Or I just make you eat a couple bombs, switch back to the sword I actually want to level up, and then kick your butt. Oh. Noted, you can 2-shot me when you're angry. Oh! You might have caught a change in the animation there. It looked like she was going to curse me, but didn't. An attack I forgot that these ladies have is they can heal other mobs. I don't think I've ever seen them heal themselves, but they can heal other mobs, so be wary of that while you're fighting. But even after a couple 11s, Monica's pretty broken enough to wipe out everything before that's an issue, at least in this particular dungeon. Be more prominent later when you can't kill things quite as fast. Or they're sitting in the background while you're fighting a tank, and they just outright stop you from doing anything. Like, mix one of these guys with the Terragriff? Oh boy. Especially if you're not as strong as I am at this point. The only reason I'm this strong is I've done a bit of grinding. So, yeah. A casual playthrough combos like that might prove a little difficult for newer players. Just saying. Water monsters defeated. I forgot what our fishing goal was, but I'm going to go for it. I can always check real quick. 38 centimeter Niller. And we'll give her one more try. The reason I'm not fishing like crazy is because each fish takes up an inventory slot, and we are limited on our inventory slots. So I'm not trying to get too many right now. Otherwise, I'd sit here and keep fishing until we got them all. This is probably going to be a guppy or a really small version of another fish. Or gummy, sorry, not guppy. Alright, that's going to be it for now. So we got to come back and play all these floors at least one more time for completion, so I'll focus much more heavily on fishing then. Do we have enough points on our fishing pole to upgrade it again yet? Oh, we almost have enough to do it 3 times. Okay. So we're going to upgrade our strength and our luck. I'm going to be focusing on these for a little while, because those are the 2 stats you need to get bigger fish to appear. So yeah. And so once we start getting some bigger fish, I'm going to do resilience for a while, so it's significantly easier to catch those bigger fish. Because the 60, 70 meter fish usually tend to snap the line pretty fast if you're not watching what you're doing. Alright, we probably have time for another floor there. Because I imagine a decent chunk of this one's going to get cut out and we're only at 20 minutes. Yeah. One more floor. Oh, that was a do not heal floor, wasn't it? Yeah, and I didn't follow that. Alright. Time limit to defeat all monsters. 4 minutes. Fishing goal 68 centimeters. Attack all enemies using only Monica's sword. If I remember what's in this floor, that's probably not going to be possible, but it's Monica's sword we're grinding anyway, so we're going to go for it. But this has a white seal, meaning we cannot heal on this floor. So hopefully Monica's healed from the last floor. And I play a little bit more cautiously. The floor appears to have a white seal on it. You can't restore health or cure abnormal statuses anymore. Alright, Monica. Let's go. Always a king mimic on the last floor, so we also have to watch for that. Interesting map layout. Okay. Have to go down, around, completely back around. I don't think there's any new monsters on this floor, though, so... See, after just 2 levels up the sword, we take care of that guy much, much more quickly. Trying to make my camera go up, and I keep forgetting it's inverted. Powder. Oh, those are always nice. Terragriff! Come here, buddy. Yeah, I believe Monica's sword was still level 2 there. Right, this is a tier 1 level 2 sword taking out one of the strongest enemies. Like it's nothing, yeah. So, yeah. It's a pretty good sword. That's the reason I switched to this from the long sword too, because I think this starts with a higher attack. I'm not too sure though. Hello, Foxy. All the furries out there getting excited at seeing these guys. A little too carried away there. You're the front of the chest. I'm going to open you from back here. If you're wondering why I always open chests from behind as often as possible, it's just in case they're mimics. I'm going to go ahead and use a key. I got one more left. Turtle Shell Hammer. Alright, we now have one of Max's hammer class. We'll get into that a little later on. Regardless of warnings. I can't sing any more of that song, or it's going to be copyright striked heavily. Why is Simple and Clean such a heavily copyrighted song? Same with Sanctuary. And they're good songs. I know a lot of people use them in a lot of things. But they're so heavily copyrighted. I actually got away with using Simple and Clean for a while in my Pokemon videos, I think it was, for Red Rescue Team. That was my outro for a long time, and I don't think any of those videos ever got flagged. Then I think I tried using it for a little while in the new threat mod stuff. And there, it heavily got copyrighted. I think more because it was flagged as Final Fantasy, because the boss theme also got heavily copyrighted. That's why I stopped the series. Which is unfortunate, but then you get every single one of your videos copyright striked from all the bosses that are in new threat mod. I mean, I fought and disputed them all. And I think for the most part they all got taken care of. Now, this one's going to be a little bit harder to do. We can't heal. And we got two of them. Okay. Yep, so much for the sword goal. I couldn't remember if these guys are here or not. They make the sword goal really hard. Alright, and back to Monica. If I could heal on this floor, it'd be a different story. I definitely would have went for it. But the fact that I can't heal makes those guys really hard to take down with the sword. At least this early on, anyway. When we come back for the question mark thing, we'll probably get it. Speaking of extra ones, I'm probably not going to go for fishing on this floor. As I gotta prepare notes for the next episode, which I might record with these. I know I said I'd do like 5 at a time before handing them off to Thorn, but screw off. Those talons that he did do piercing damage, as you probably just saw there. I think the Griffins give the most experience out of anything in the woods, I want to say. For the Terragriffs. So, these last couple floors aren't that bad to grind on. I think there's more of them in this floor than there is in the last floor. So this floor is probably a little bit better, especially for something like the sword. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Give the rat pot his experience. Antidote. Devil. Half my health. I figured. Depending on what the last creature is, we can probably take it without getting hit. Maybe. Oh, definitely. Is that all monsters, or is the last one a mimic? That's all monsters. Okay, maybe there isn't a king mimic on this floor.
Looks like we got 'em all.
There was a king mimic on the last floor, but I'm pretty sure they had one on all floors. Alright. And this is the last floor of the dungeon we currently have access to. So, in the next episode, we're going to go ahead and continue on with the story. And we're going to have a fairly important thing come up for Monica. So, most of that will probably be covered in next episode as well. And then I'll probably do the pictures for Chapter 2. Reason being that the final picture of the chapter is with the boss, obviously. So I'll probably do all those before the boss. That way I can just get down to the boss fight and call it done. And then after that I might do the inventions, because then we'll have everything. We'll see, though. As for our last couple geostones, you now make the pot torch, the wooden gate, fruit trees, water wheel, hill, Elder Jark revive has been made clear, 10 trees place has been made clear, nose tree between eye trees has been made clear, nose and eye trees near river has been made clear, and the condition Adele resides in Sindane has been made clear. Elder Jark's branch restored has been made clear. Elder Jark's branch restored has been made clear. So we'll also have a lot of this to do coming up shortly. I haven't started any of it yet, and for good reason. And as you can see, we have all the geostones we currently have access to, but there are still 2 question marked things down here. You do need both of these to recruit Parn in Chapter 2. However, if you haven't played the game before, they're technically not available. So I am going to be spoiling these when we rebuild Sindane, so if you don't want that, I will make sure to do it last. You can come back to it later. But yeah. We have a lot of things we can make in place now. So, we're going to get started on all that stuff in the next episode, guys. So if you leave a like, or if you enjoyed I cannot talk, like, ever. If you enjoyed the episode, please leave a like. If you really enjoyed it, feel free to subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care.